Good morning. You're watching Breakfast Television. I want to know, why are you waiting? Why are we waiting? This is ridiculous.
I don't know. Why are you waiting?
Well,
you're not waiting.
Well, I'm not waiting.
You're not waiting.
This is Stacey Grieve. She wrote a book. She's an author. Why are you waiting? It's not the food that's making you fat. It's not?
It's not. If it was the food, everybody who ate food would be fat.
Really?
And lots of people eat food.
So what is it? What is it?
It's all about the mind games we have to play with each other.
Well, you are an expert on how to use your mind to control your matter.
I am, actually. I used to weigh well over 300 pounds, and I don't anymore. And I figured out that actually the food had nothing to do with what was causing me to be heavy, that it was really all what was going on between my two ears. And so I recognized that I was paying attention to my stomach, and that was the wrong organ. I needed to pay attention to my brain. And once I started doing that, and working on changing my thought processes around myself, around food, around even other thin people, I got some great results.
So why were you overweight then?
There's a lot of reasons for it, and my reasons would be different from everybody else's. And so what I help people do is uncover their reasons, really get to the bottom of why they're heavy, why they're choosing to be overweight, because it is a choice, weight is a choice, and then help them work on whatever they need to work on to be able to let go of those reasons. So once you no longer have the reasons for being heavy, you no longer are heavy, and it all changes.
Is it a constant fight? Is it something we have to work on every single day?
Initially, yes, because changing your thoughts actually is one of the hardest things you ever have to do. We all have self-talk, and there's a little voice that goes on in the back of our head, and for me, it was always, that voice was, you're never going to be slim, you're never going to be slim, you're never going to be slim. So I had to learn to get rid of that voice and replace it by something more positive, which I did, and I help other people do that, and then move forward. So it's a habit. It's really just building new habits into your life.
Okay, well, let's talk about habits, because I have really good habits, but then I'll fall back and go back to my old habits, because I mean, when you're younger, you can eat whatever you want. You know, you eat chocolate and you eat before you go to bed.
Right. And
then we get older, for some of us, our body changes. And I find that, like yesterday, I had 2 chocolate bars. 2 chocolate bars. So I'm falling back to my old habits, and I gained 5 pounds over the holidays. So that's easy to do. How can you not fall back into your old habits?
One of the things you need to understand is there's a thing called paradigms, and paradigms are our programming. It's what actually drives us, much like a computer. I use the analogy of a computer. A computer has an operating system. Each one of us has an operating system. And so your operating system said that it was okay for you to gain 5 pounds over the holidays and to eat 2 chocolate bars yesterday. We all have different operating systems. So what I help people do is change their operating systems, change their programming, so that they actually build new habits. Our habits are what come every day through all the different things we do, and it's our habits that lead to our results. And so by changing the habits, and it takes a while to build a new habit. It takes about 30 days to fully cement a new habit. So that's the part that's difficult. That's the part where you need to think about what you're doing every day.
Right, we could go on an eating plan, and then on a week, you're not seeing results, so you just automatically go off it. But really, it takes 30 days to really. It takes
30 days to build any new habit, whether it's exercise, food, quitting smoking, any of those sort of things. It takes about 30 days to cement the habit.
Okay, so we never want to think about dieting again. We don't really want to go on a diet.
No, we don't, because a diet's a very short-term solution. It's not dealing with the problem, the reason that someone would be overeating in the first place. So you want to stay away from that. You want to get to the reasons why, again, you're choosing to overeat, you're choosing to carry the weight around, nullify or negate those reasons, and then you no longer have the reasons for the weight, and your body can respond differently.
Well, you were saying about that little voice that always told you that you were always going to be fat, you were always going to be fat. We want to get rid of that voice, because we do have that voice in our head.
And that's our programming, that little voice, and for some of us it's more positive, for most of us it doesn't tend to be positive, so you need to consciously work on making that be an ally for you, as opposed to a foe.
Now, you say that we have to fall in love with ourselves.
It's true, it's true. When you love yourself and you treat yourself with respect, you make healthier choices. You just automatically make healthier choices. So part of what I do, too, is to help people reestablish a relationship, a very positive relationship with themselves. Heavy people, it can be very negative and the self-talk can be very negative, and that doesn't get you anywhere. You really need to love and respect yourself. And once that starts to happen, again, some huge changes can happen in your life.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, the book is called Why Are You Waiting? It's Not the Food That Is Making You Fat. Stacey Grieve, thank you so much. We'll have all the information on our BT hotline and on our website after the show.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you. We're taking a break. We'll see you when we come back on BT.